Welcome to 7-Pot Club. I'm Rob.
I grow hot peppers.
Sorry it's been so long since my last update, but I've been documenting every step taken on the road to Scoville 2019. In part one of this two-part episode, I'm going to croon a little tune as we visit our neighborhood plant sale. Then I'll complete all the necessary preparations prior to outdoor planting. As you can see, that planting has already begun, so I'll be following up very soon with part two, in which we'll cover in detail the process of blanketing our urban front yard in pepper plants. If you haven't already, please take a moment to like and subscribe. Now, let's get started.
Last year, I had a few extra plants, so I took them to our neighborhood plant sale. I sold them all, so this year I grew more plants so I could have plenty to share with fellow Minnesotans looking to introduce a little heat into their gardens. A couple of days before the event, I performed a plant census and chose the plants I could spare for the sale. I made sure to keep at least one or two specimens of each of my favorite varieties for myself. The weather on the day before the event was beautiful, and I took the opportunity to zip tie the 7-Pot Club sign to this old kitchen cart for displaying the plants at the sale. The big day dawned. It had rained all night, and it was overcast, cold, and damp. The temp was in the 40s, but at least the rain had stopped. Here I am with Susan Kennedy, who organized and hosted the sale. I met so many good folks, some who traveled from as far away as Duluth to get pepper plants. Others lived just down the block. We sold over 70 plants. Check it out.
Thank you all for coming to the plant sale in my neighborhood. A really groovy little plant sale in my neighborhood. Hey, did I see you at the plant sale in my neighborhood?
While I was at the sale, our mail carrier delivered this shipment of fish manure compost. There are 2 8-pound bags in each one of these priority mailboxes. That ought to feed some peppers. Now that all the excitement was over, I relaxed by doing a little yoga with the cats. The following day, a cold and steady rain was falling as the Menards truck backed up the driveway with a pallet of potting soil and other supplies. Planting prep was now in full swing. And there were so many other spring tasks to be completed around the yard. I finally had to admit that this juniper bush was a goner. It used to spill majestically over our garden wall, but a rough winter in 2018 caused it to mostly die off, and it was not coming back. Oh well, more room for pepper plants. Some of the ceramic pots were still full of dirt, so they had to be dumped and the stems and roots removed for composting. Of course, Freddie is always ready to help. I usually reuse about half of the potting soil from the previous year, but the switch to organic means I need to dump all of it. I'm running out of space to do that, but I can still use a little on the side of the house where it's been a big help in stopping water from getting in our basement. There were indoor tasks as well. I had to go through all the plant tags to determine which ones could be reused and what new labels would need to be printed. I needed to peel off the labels I couldn't reuse and print up new ones using this software template and our laser printer. I use a special waterproof plastic-coated label stock. The tags are stainless steel and don't rust, so you can reuse them year after year. Now, time to prepare the front beds for planting. I'll do the smaller one first. I break up the soil using this hound dog tool. Then I turn it over with a spade. Now, I'll add a couple of bags of this organic garden soil and work it in and smooth it out with a rake. Now, time to turn my attention to the larger bed. Guess I was in a hurry when I brought in the garden last fall, because there still are a lot of stumps in the ground. Have to dig these up before I can proceed. Stump after stump after stump after stump. After more hound dogging, spading, and raking, this job is done. The night before planting, I determined that in order to get the maximum number of plants in the beds, a planting distance of 17 inches was ideal. I measured this out and placed small rocks to indicate where the plant should go. Now it's time to add the fish manure, an odorless fish manure compost that Fish Nure's owner Jim White has been kind enough to supply me with for my 2019 garden. I measured out the correct amount for each plant, then worked it in with a spade and raked it all over again. Now it's finally all ready for planting. Time to get the plants out of the basement and into the great outdoors. Here's one last look at their subterranean home.
Today's the big day. Plants are going outside. Welcome to the outdoors, pepper plants.
After 14 trips up and down the stairs, all the plants are outdoors. I definitely got my steps in that day. Okay, last tray. Time for the ceremonial turning off of the grow lights for the season. Alexa, turn off grow. I don't have a detailed hardening off protocol, but I do keep them in the shade for the first day or two until they're accustomed to full sun, and I put them away in the garage every night until each and every one has been planted. Speaking of planting, that will commence in episode 2, coming very soon.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and tap the bell to receive notifications as we post new episodes. We now have 7 Pot Club logo t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, and more, along with this flying pepper design. So if you're interested, please head over to 7potclub.threadless.com. And for even more 7 Pot Club, follow our daily exploits on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. For 7 Pot Club, I'm Rob.